Guys, I've been saying this for quite some time now, but we are heading for a very memorable edition of EICMA, the biggest motorcycle show in the world that we will witness once again in Milan, Italy. And I will be there, of course, to show you everything there is to show. But there are so many great things we are expecting from this edition. First of all, the Chinese manufacturers that don't stop their increase and their rise to power, and we probably will have the commercial announcement of the CF Moto V4SR RR, but the Japanese brands will also be there with Honda and their V3R e-compressor prototype that should be announced officially. We may have some very interesting things from BMW side with the R20, the new generation of S1000RR, and there are even rumors about a M1300 GS. And what if I told you that Yamaha's also may have something very interesting in their pocket with a teasing that appeared in the internet recently that is announcing something that is completely revolutionary for the industry. Nothing more, nothing less. Hi there everyone, I hope you are doing fine. We meet again for a new edition of Moto Bistro, your motorcycle news show dedicated to all the announcements of this incredible motorcycle world. And as I told you in this introduction, something appeared in the internet, something very curious. I will just say something before we start talking, guys and girls. We will take this with a grain of salt. I will explain all of it in a few moments, but first of all, let's see this teasing. So here is the official statement from Yamaha: redefine the standard, save the date. The industry has followed the same rhythm for long enough. We're ready to challenge it. Something new is coming. And then we have a date, we have a place, 2 November 2026, 6 p.m. CET, Milan. So as you may guess, of course, the date and the place is referring to the 2026 edition of EICMA. And the words are strong. The words are very strong because we have to analyze everything they've said, but it is a very ambitious statement. So before we dive further, I just want to clarify the grain of salt situation, because the only place where I've been able to find this teasing, this announcement, is from the Paddock-GP website, which is a French website talking about competition news, most of all MotoGP, SBK, etc. But they also have from time to time interesting news and articles regarding the more road-oriented side of the industry. And so here is the article. This Friday, August 14, 2026, Yamaha Motor Europe has just released a teaser with particularly ambitious statements. As you can see, we have the same image I showed you just before. And so here are all the informations. And as they are saying, by announcing its intention to challenge the pace of an entire industry, Yamaha is not teasing a simple update, but is suggesting that it is about to unveil a true conceptual or technological revolution. And I just want to challenge something they said in the statement. The industry has been following the same pattern for long enough. I don't agree with that, like the same rhythm. I would rather say that in the last 10 to 12 years, we've seen so many radical changes in industry. The rise of the Chinese manufacturers, the widespread distribution and appearance of assisted clutches like the ASA from BMW, the YAMT on Yamaha's side. So lots of technological revolutions. We had the apparition of hybrid motorcycles. The electric motorcycles are more present than ever. 12 years ago, sometime now, but 12 years ago, Kawasaki introduced us with the first mass-produced supercharged motorcycles in the world, with machines like the H2R that literally broke everything we could imagine possible in a mass-produced motorcycle. Must I remember you that the H2R is 326 HP strong in a 1000cc engine. So we are really talking about big changes in the industry. So we could see that statement two ways. We could either go with they may be a bit too ambitious with what they are saying, or the other side could be that this thing that they want to announce, that they have to announce, is so big that even all the changes I've been telling you about are small compared to that. And so we may be in the verge of witnessing something completely incredible. So what Paddock-GP says is that the choice of date is not insignificant because it coincides with the Milan Motorcycle Show, so very important. And so anything is possible from a new thermal mobility solution. The brand has already explored unusual mobility solutions such as the T-Max or the Nikon. I really do hope that they are not preparing something close to the Nikon because it wasn't the most well-received vehicle in the world. To a high-performance electric motorcycle, that's something that could be interesting, but once again, I am not thinking about a big technological shift with an electric motorcycle that could be high performance, depending or not if they developed solid state batteries, but as of now, it doesn't seem that this technology is already ready. So I'm not thinking about something like that. There are two things that are quite interesting that we must talk about that appeared last year. The first one is the PHEV hybrid plugin for the CP3 engine, and they even talked about it in a video. You have it just here. So this is an official Yamaha motor video. They talked about an hybrid plugin for the CP3, but once again, we are not here talking about something that is profoundly new because we already have hybrid motorcycles on the market. I am talking about the Kawasaki, the Z7, the Ninja 7, which are not the most well-built and successful motorcycles ever, but the technology already exists. So I am not immediately thinking about something that is profoundly new. And then you also have from the Caradisiac website an article about the electric turbocharger for Yamaha's 3-cylinder engine, which appeared almost at the same time as the announcement of Honda's 3-cylinder supercharged engine with the V3RE compressor. And this also is an electric supercharger, so different from what you can see on Kawasaki's H2 side, because on Kawasaki's motorcycles we are talking about a standard supercharger, so something that is powered by the engine itself, so you have to wait for a certain RPM range to have the turbine from the supercharger to start moving, while on an electric supercharger you have a dedicated small electric engine that can activate the turbine at any kind of RPM value. That allows to have very different profiles that you could program, so different riding modes that are completely different in terms of behavior, but also to start it very, very soon, and so to have a gigantic torque boost right from the go. That could be very interesting, but at the same time, I'm not here thinking also about something profoundly new because Honda already announced the V3RE compressor. So something that is that ambitious makes me think either Yamaha are really super confident about what they are about to announce, and that could be really, really game changing because they've been quiet for quite some time now. Yamaha doesn't have the best lineup of motorcycles of all time as of now. They are very, very good. Don't get me wrong. The Tracer 9 is an incredible motorcycle, probably one of the most advanced technological motorcycles in the world, and certainly the most advanced of all the Japan brands, of all the Japanese brands. The Yamaha R9 is a very good machine, even if they had problems with the chassis, but all in all, it's a good machine, but they are lacking something profoundly flagship oriented because they don't have the R1 and the MT9 anymore. So if they are really preparing something that big, that could be incredible. And if that's the case, guys, girls, if that's the case, and they join the fray of all the manufacturers that are preparing big things for EICMA, We are gonna have maybe the most memorable, iconic edition of EICMA of the last, I don't know, 15 years, maybe of all time since EICMA has started, because so many things are being prepared right now. Even if we have 70 or 80% of all the potential announcements, we're gonna witness something really, really cool this year. So I really do hope that you subscribe to the channel, because otherwise you won't have all the notifications and you won't be able to be updated in real time of all those announcements. So that's the best support you can send me. So please feel free to do that and tell me in the comments, what do you think about this announcement? Do you think that Yamaha is preparing something really big? I am super curious to have your opinions on the matter. In the meantime, guys, girls, I will see you very, very soon for more content. Stay safe, enjoy riding. See you.